A very good morning to you, everyone. And the name of the show is The G Show. And you're with me, your main man, Mpohara, aka G Hustle. Man, guess what? Today, we're going to be discussing the fact that the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, is actually in the USA to meet Donald Trump on a 2 day trip. And actually, the talks, they've already started talking today, man. Basically, some of the things that they're actually going to be discussing there, man, they're going to be discussing Gaza, the USA tariffs, Iran, and the ICC. So basically, based on the reports that I've been getting uh, about Benjamin Netanyahu, who's the Prime Minister of Israel, reports actually says that Benjamin actually took a long flight path to the USA to avoid any risk of the ICC arrest warrant enforcement. Basically, what's happening is that for those who don't know what's happening is that the ICC, which is the International Criminal Court, has actually issued an arrest warrant against the Prime Minister of Israel for human rights violations and war crimes against the prime minister. So basically, this guy, because he did not want to get arrested, he actually took a longer flight, meaning that he did not take the regular flights via certain countries because he was afraid that his arrest warrant, which was issued by the ICC, might be enforced by those countries whereby he might have to stop. So he decided to take a longer flight in order to get to the United States of America. So apart from that, the funny thing is that the fact that this guy, this Prime Minister Netanyahu, is actually with the US President Donald Trump, and they're holding discussions while he this Prime Minister of Israel has been declared a war criminal, and also for he has been declared a war criminal for crimes against human rights and war crimes. This shows that the USA is actually hypocritical because for a long time, for many years, the USA government has been parading itself as a democratic country that is that loves human rights and protects human rights. But now the fact that now their head of state is actually holding negotiations and meetings with someone who's a declared war criminal and who has a warrant, an arrest warrant by the ICC, actually shows that the USA has been hypocritical throughout the time, and it also shows that actually they do not have human rights interest in as in their best interest. So apart from that, basically, like I said, one of the other things is that the two president, Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump, they're actually discussing the plans to remove Palestinian people from the Gaza Strip. Apart from that, uh, they actually discussed the tariffs placed by the USA against Israel, man. Basically, the United States has placed 70% tariffs against the Israeli government. So basically, based on my observation, it does not seem like those tariffs are going to be removed anytime soon. And apart from that, also they are discussing the Iranian nuclear power, the nuclear deal. So what's happening is that those are the things that those two people or leaders are actually discussing there, man. So yeah, and the funny thing is that ever since Monday, 60 people have been killed in Palestine by the Israeli forces. And while 60 people have already been killed ever since Monday by the Israeli forces, Donald Trump is currently holding meetings with the prime minister who actually has an ICC arrest warrant against him. So, man, so based on my observation, what I actually see is that the USA is actually allies with Israel. That's why they're not doing anything to try and arrest the prime minister of Israel. So it then means actually USA is no longer, it's not what we used to think they are. We used to think that they put human rights first. We used to think that they advocate for democracy. But now it seems like they are not, because that thing is actually being done to actually hold the prime minister of Israel into account for all the war crimes and wars against human rights that have committed on the although in the land there in Palestinian against the Palestinian people, man. So yeah, basically that's what I discussed today, man. It's me, your main man, Mpokwa Rai, aka G Hustle, and the name of the show is the G Show, man. Up until we meet again on another exciting episode of the G Show. Have a marvelous day. It's me, your main man, Mpokwa Rai. Peace up.